nice, cool, great, easy, crazy, thing, stuff. How many words we say all the time and repeat them again and again? Today, you will level up your vocabulary and we're going to learn a lot of interesting alternatives to common English words. Hello, my name is Kate and this is English Lessons with Kate channel. My goal is to help you learn English and level up your speaking skills. The first word we use too often is cool. That was really cool. I bought a cool smartphone. Her hairstyle is so cool. Instead of the word cool, we can say chill. He's so chill. The music is so chill. When we're talking about clothes, we can say trendy. Her outfit was trendy. We can also say stylish. She always wears stylish sunglasses. We can also use the word dope. That's a dope idea. The party last night was dope. But be careful, it's used as a slang word in informal contexts. Fresh is another word you can use instead of cool. Have you seen the new movie? It's fresh. Another word we repeat very often is weird. When we describe something as weird, we mean that it is strange. Instead of saying weird, we can say unusual. I heard the unusual sound coming from the engine. Another great synonym is peculiar. Imagine that you taste an exotic fruit for the first time. Instead of saying a weird taste, you can say a peculiar taste. This fruit has a peculiar taste, or this fruit tastes peculiar. Eccentric. Eccentric means strange or unusual. For example, she lived in an eccentric house. Another one is quirky. Quirky means something is unusual in a fun or interesting way. For example, she has a quirky sense of style. Instead of saying weird, you can say odd. It was odd to see a cat walking on a leash in the park. Another alternative for the word weird is bizarre. For example, the movie had a bizarre plot twist. The next word we repeat very often is honestly. Honestly, I'm really proud of you. Honestly, I think you're amazing. There is nothing wrong with saying the word honestly. However, we have a lot of different alternatives. Frankly. Frankly, I didn't enjoy the movie at all. Sincerely. Sincerely, I appreciate your help. To tell the truth. To tell the truth, I've never liked this restaurant. Genuinely. Genuinely, I value our friendship. To be honest. To be honest, I was surprised by his reaction. Frankly, sincerely, to tell the truth, genuinely, to be honest. The next word is nice. It's nice weather, it's nice dress, it's nice meal. We can use the word enjoyable instead of nice. It was an enjoyable meal. It was an enjoyable experience for me. We can use the word pleasant. We had a pleasant conversation. When we talk about a person, we can say kind. Another example, your kind words brightened my day. Instead of nice, we can also say lovely. She has a lovely smile. Delightful is another word we can use instead of nice. The garden is a delightful place to relax. If you're interested in learning synonyms, you may also like this video. I'll leave a link so you can watch it after this lesson. The next word we use very often is thing. The first thing I do, the last thing I want, the whole thing. We say this word 1,000 times every day. For example, when we talk about a physical thing, we can say item. Item. She packed her favorite items for the trip. Instead of the word thing, we can also say aspect. For example, the most challenging aspect of the project was the tight deadline. Another great word is element. The most important thing of her presentation was clarity. The most important element of her presentation was clarity. We can also say detail. Pay attention to every little detail when planning the event. The next overused word is easy. We can say uncomplicated. The recipe is uncomplicated. Another synonym for the word easy is smooth. Our flight was very smooth. Effortless is another one you can use. With practice, speaking in public can become effortless. No sweat. No sweat is an idiom and is used in informal speech. When we say it's no sweat, that means it's not difficult. The task was no sweat. That means the task was easy. Another example, can you fix my car for me? No sweat. You can also say breezy. The exam was breezy for the well-prepared students. Learning how to ride a bike is breezy. Another idiom to replace the word easy is a piece of cake. For example, memorizing the lines was a piece of cake for me. It was very easy. The next word is great. Instead of saying great, we can say exceptional. The quality of service at the hotel was exceptional. Another synonym is phenomenal. The concert last night was phenomenal. You can say terrific. This song is terrific. She received terrific news. Another word is superb. My mom prepared a superb meal. Instead of saying great, you can say remarkable. His progress in learning English was remarkable. Impressive. Instead of saying her dance was great, you can say her dance was impressive. The next word is crazy. We often use the word crazy in everyday conversation to describe many different situations. For example, we might say that party was crazy to mean it was very exciting or wild. Sometimes we use it to express surprise, like, it's crazy how quickly time flies. We also say that's a crazy idea when we think something is unusual or unexpected. Although crazy originally refers to a state of mental illness, in casual speech, we often use crazy to talk about things that are very different or unusual, but not always in a serious way. We can use insane instead of crazy. We can say that was insane. Or the roller coaster ride was insane. When we mean something is stupid and unreasonable, we can say it's absurd. It's absurd to think that cats can fly. Instead of saying crazy, we can also say wild. The party last night was wild. It was a wild idea to climb that mountain. That means it was a crazy idea. Another great alternative for the word crazy is off the wall. When we describe something surprising and unusual, we can use the idiom off the wall. His jokes are always off the wall. The movie we watched last night was so off the wall. The next word is outrageous. Outrageous. The prices at that store are outrageous. That means the prices are too expensive. The prices are crazy. Another example. Her behavior at the party was outrageous. She was dancing on the tables. Another word you can use instead of crazy is unbelievable. For example, the plot twist in the movie was unbelievable. When we describe something silly and unreasonable, we can use the word ridiculous instead of the word crazy. The amount of homework we got was ridiculous. It may take me hours to finish it. The traffic jam on the highway yesterday was ridiculous. You can use these alternatives instead of the word crazy, but always pay attention to the context. And the last word for today's lesson is stuff. We use this word all the time to mean different things. For example, when we want to say she has a lot of things to do, we often say she has a lot of stuff to do. The word stuff is informal and used in everyday conversations, and we use it too much. It's important to use more specific words to clearly express our ideas. We can say items. He packed all the necessary items for the trip. When we talk about some personal items like clothes, books, toys, bags, we can also say belongings. For example, he put all his stuff in a box. He put all his belongings in a box. Instead of saying stuff, we can say objects. The museum is filled with ancient objects from different cultures. Another synonym for stuff is equipment. When we talk about the tools, machines, or other things that we need for a specific activity, we need to buy new camping equipment. The lab is full of scientific equipment. When we talk about equipment or clothes, we can also say gear. I wear my bike gear when I ride. Make sure to bring your swimming gear for the weekend. When we talk about food, instead of the word stuff, we can say products. The store sells a variety of organic products. Please remember that using synonyms makes your conversations more advanced and more fluent. Today, I've told you a lot of cool alternatives for the most common English words. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to hit a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Follow my Instagram account where I share a lot of useful content. If you have a friend who is also learning English, please share this video with them. Thank you so much for being with me today. I love you guys. See you next time.